is time. It is time to brew your best beer. The 2017 SJPorr Challenge Gold sponsors. Bouncer, keeping the dregs out with their inline filter for homebrewers. The Brew Bag, simply the best way to brew great beer in your home. Yakima Valley Hops, with over 140 hop varieties available. Omega Yeast Labs, supplying homebrewers with high-quality yeast. And a special thanks to our silver sponsor, BrewTubers Online Brewers Club.
Kevin at Clements Homebrew coming at you with another 2017 SJPorr Challenge beer review, round 1. And today we have got 82V, 24L, 98W. So let's see what this has. What it says, I've not read it at all. It says East meets West DIPA. Another one of those themes, probably because we've got caramel as a requirement in the base. An Imperial IPA brewed with a traditional West Coast grain and hop bill with an East Coast hop addition schedule, leaving a lightly hoppy, or highly hoppy it says, flavorful beer of grapefruit, spice, and hints of citrus with a clean, dry finish. Wow, now that's quite a nice description. It says it's 8.3% ABV. It's got a 2-row, Vienna, torrefied wheat, dextrose, carapels, and C40 for that caramel requirement. And of course, we already know the hops are going to be Centennial, Cascade, and Columbus. Let's get her cracked open. As always, I'm going to pour gently and not pour out the bottom in case this is bottle conditioned. So there was no shake, rattle, and roll going on with this. All right. So there we go. We've got kind of a thin head on there. It's a murky orange color, probably partly due to all the additional malts that they put in there. They do have some torrefied wheat in there, and torrefied wheat can actually be used for head retention. Doesn't seem like it did a lot here, but it can be used for that and adding some body as well. Let's get the nose. It's so funny. This smells so much like the last beer that I tried. All right, so you're getting the caramel base most definitely. I mean, they've got a lot of great malts in there, with that Vienna particularly, and the carapils, and also the C40 caramel 40. So the carapils, the dextrose can add some sugar. The carapils, that should be hopefully adding some head retention. We don't see either of that really there, but we do get that nice caramel from the C40. At this point, I'm getting, it's funny, it's so similar to the last one. I get a little bit of a honey-esque type scent along with the caramel, and I get a very light grapefruit scent on it. I'm getting a little bit of some other hop characters though. I am getting a little bit of general citrus, a general like fruity character on it. I even get a hint of some lemon, and I'm not really getting the spicy aspect that they mentioned. So I'm going to make some notes, and we'll come back for the taste. It's interesting. I'm not getting a strong hop character like they mentioned, but time does do things to beers and shipping. But boy, the caramel scent's really nice. That's very present. I also feel like I do get a bit of lemon. It almost, I don't want to say cough drop. It's not medicinal, but it's that kind of a sweet lemon kind of a scent. To me. So we're going to dive in for the taste. Cheers. Yeah, this is East meets West is pretty good, but what I think of is more like an East Coast in terms of the malt bill as opposed to the West Coast and West Coast hops. So a little reversed in my mind from what they wrote. Again, it's with that caramel, big caramel base. It's more like those 90s, some early 2000s beers from the East Coast that have a lot of caramel character. And I love referring back to the 90-minute IPA that does that so well. The taste on the mouth as opposed to the nose is the bitterness coming in. And there's a good amount of bitterness, and some of that hop character has started converting over to more like a black tea type of character. So while you get, you know, hints of the lemon in there, and maybe just a small hint of that grapefruit, more so a lot of that has, so I believe they did use a lot of hops. and a great deal of that has changed over, like I say, more to your herbal and tea type characters at this point, which is unfortunate. It means they probably brewed it a while ago. So I'm going to take a little time with this and I'll be back. So I think the beer's really shifted quite a bit. It's what they were getting when they had it was a grapefruit, spice, and hints of citrus with a clean, dry finish. And at this point, there's really not a clean, dry finish. In fact, the finish on it is this herbal bitterness with that black tea and a lightly soapy taste, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not quite finishing like it probably did on tap. I wonder if some of that may have something bottling, possibly. Maybe there's some slight oxidation that occurred, and that oxidation can really take out hop characters big time in bottling. Soapy flavors can be caused by leaving a beer too long in a primary fermentation, you know, whatever you're using, bucket, and over time the fatty acids, like from the trub, can break down and start causing soapy flavors. So that's one possibility, and another possibility, like I say, for the herbal flavor, if the beer was brewed more recently, is if there was too much oxygen in the process of either filling the bottles, or probably more so from racking off of the bucket. That oxidation will build over time, and if you use a lot of hops, it's going to break down those hop flavors very quickly, so that it doesn't last as long. Those nice hop flavors don't last quite as long, and you end up with a beer that turns more to those herbal and tea type characters a lot faster. So those are some possibilities with this beer. It's hard to say. I love the caramel base on this. It's really fun in that way, and I bet that fresh, this was really fun. So if it was perhaps done on keg, it was kegged, then it might have been in the bottling process that occurred. Anyway, it's a fun entry. Here it is again. It's the 82V 24L98W. Thanks again for this entry, and I will see you on the next SJPorr Challenge Beer Review 2017.